Crackhead.
Crackhead.
I've been waiting for you. I've been waiting for you.
Well, welcome.
Hey, I've been waiting for you. I've been waiting for you. I've been waiting for you. Do you like it?
Not particularly, no.
You know I could do the run. I'm like, hey, QAnon. I'm so happy that you're in Arizona. I just have some few questions. We're gonna do something like that. Oh my God, Shaman! It's so great to see you once again.
Nice to see you.
It's so nice to see you. So what brings you out here?
You asked me to do this.
Oh my God. How did I contact you again?
I think Twitter.
Twitter? Okay, so Shaman, we have so many questions to ask you. What are you doing in Arizona?
I'm living here.
Did you live here before J6?
Yes.
Tell us about J6.
It was a setup that turned into a psyop.
And what does that mean?
What that means is that the deep state suppressed intelligence from getting to the intelligence community and the FBI and the Pentagon to Capitol Police Chief Sund, and therefore he was not able to invoke the National Guard to protect the Capitol building.
So, Shaman, you were complaining about the way I look. You don't like my outfit?
Yeah, you definitely dressed for the occasion, aren't you? You said you're going to dress down. This is dressed down.
Listen, Noah here was like, I was going to put on more makeup. I was actually going to put on more makeup, but we thought about you and we thought about your feelings. I was like, okay, I'm just going to make my ass white.
Oh, okay.
I just made it nice and white. And you told me not to pull down my titties. We're going to have a real conversation. Because everybody wants to know, you said that your name was being dragged and you weren't able to give like your full story.
That's correct.
What does that mean?
What that means is that the propaganda machine that I call the Mockingbird media because of Operation Mockingbird spread a bunch of lies about me and contaminated it with just a little bit of truth so that people would believe their bullshit.
Do you want to start walking with him? Okay, let's start walking. Okay, so Shaman, take us back to J6. What did you do January 6th? So what was January 6th was year 2020.
2021.
2021, Trump was in office, and I was there that day. So Trump that day was telling everyone, like, I was there, and he was on this really big screen, and he got everyone riled up. Giuliani was there. He was like, come on, we're gonna take over the country. We're gonna take over the government.
Now you're putting words in his mouth.
So what did he say? Tell me.
Now it is up to Congress to confront this egregious assault on our democracy. And after this, we're going to walk down, and I'll be there with you. We're going to walk down to the Capitol, and we're going to cheer on our brave senators and congressmen and women. And we're probably not going to be cheering so much for some of them, because you'll never take back our country with weakness. You have to show strength, and you have to be strong.
He said that to peacefully and patriotically march to the Capitol and make our voices heard.
Uh-huh.
That's one thing I remember him saying.
Okay.
He said if we don't fight, then we're going to fight like hell. We're not going to have a country anymore.
Okay.
And he's right about both of those things.
So, and then what happened? Did you just storm into the Capitol?
No.
And then what did you do?
What did I do?
After he said that thing, what did you do? Take us back.
To be perfectly honest with you, the speech was rather long-winded and kind of boring. It was repetitive, so when people started to leave and go to the Capitol, I saw they were leaving, and I went to the Capitol.
Okay, you went into did you run into the Capitol? Did you?
No. I didn't. When I say went to the Capitol, I mean I went down to the Capitol grounds.
He was among the first to break into the building and headed for the U.S. Senate chamber, where he sat in the presiding officer's chair that was vacated by Vice President Mike Pence and scribbled this note: "It's only a matter of time. Justice is coming." He then led a kind of prayer with his bullhorn.
Thank you, Heavenly Father, for gracing us with this opportunity.
Okay. And was there a fight? Was there a fight? Were there people fighting? Did you bring any weapons?
No, I did not bring any weapons.
Okay. And how were you dressed that day?
In my shamanic regalia.
And what is that?
What is my shamanic?
Yeah, what is
academy?
shamanic? Tell us how that looks. You have the horns
And the face paint.
and the face paint and the warrior look. So a lot of people would say like, oh my God, you're a white man and you're appropriating Native American culture. So what do you tell people that? Like,
I would say they're judging me by my skin color. I have Native American blood running through my veins.
you know what tribe?
Yes,
Which one?
Cheyenne.
Okay, and which is Cheyenne native to Arizona?
No, Cheyenne is in the north middle portion of the country.
And then the shaman stuff. I thought you were Christian because remember you told me something about Christ-like, Christ power.
I say Christ consciousness.
So you're not a Christian.
I am a disciple of Christ,
what
but
does
I
that
don't
mean?
necessarily prescribe to the label of Christian because, in my opinion, there have been terrible things done in the name of Christianity.
Okay.
And, you know, not very many Christians, well, I'll just say there are a lot of Christians that are not very much like Christ. They can be very judgmental.
And have
So-
Christians judged you?
Some,
And do you go to a church in Arizona? Do you go to a Christian
no,
church?
I do not. Nature is my church. You're meeting me in my church.
So you said you did some type of meditation. Can you show us? We want to see this meditation. And can I join you in it?
Yeah, you
Okay.
can always join. We do it every Saturday.
Wait, hold on. Can you give us an example of the meditation, or it would be better up there?
It's probably better in nature.
Then too, basically how it went down from the time that you were involved in January 6th to the time that like FBI might have been trying to contact you. What was
They didn't try to contact me, I contacted them. I found out that they were looking for me from one of my family members, and so I called them. I red-pilled the FBI agent,
How so?
What does that mean, red pill?
talking about things like Operation Paperclip, the Nazi infiltration into our government, you know, the apparatuses that we're dealing
You're too
with.
dumb to do this interview. I think you're red pilling me.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think so. By telling me how to dress. Yeah.
I'm telling you how to dress.
Yeah, I think you're red pilling me. So you're saying the FBI tried to contact you through your family members?
No, what I'm saying is my family member told me that the FBI was looking for me.
And you were all over Instagram that night.
I was all over the internet within 30 minutes of leaving the building.
So what do you think? Do you think you were a scapegoat for January 6th, or do you think that you were?
No, the Mockingbird media made me a straw man. You know
What does that mean?
You know what a
Tell-
straw
no,
man
we don't know what a
argument-
straw. Explain.
Straw
to us.
man argument is where you take something that somebody says and then you misconstrue it or you create a false argument that you then say this is what this person believes, and then you try to tear that idea down even though it's not what they believe or what they said. So they made me their straw man. They turned my image into a propaganda campaign that they could then use to divide the country and make Trump supporters look foolish.
Okay. Do you think that you were foolish for going into the building?
Maybe naive.
Would you do it again? Would you do J6?
I would never do anything like that again.
What is that? Would you ever walk into a? So you would never storm another Capitol or walk into another Capitol?
I was gonna say I didn't storm anything.
Okay.
Let's keep walking.
Just keep walking. You go and I'll go back. Okay. So tell us. Okay. Let me ask him about his jail experience. Okay. So Shaman, tell us about your jail experience. Were you in jail? Were you in prison? Were you in solitary confinement? How was it?
10.5 months of solitary, a total of 27 months behind bars. I was moved to several facilities.
And tell us what facilities those were.
First, Florence, Arizona. Second was Oklahoma and Grady County. Third
Okay.
was the DC Gulag. From there, I was transferred to Alexandria, Virginia. From there, I was transferred back to, after 5 months or so in solitary, I was transferred to Grady County again, and then
Okay.
over to Inglewood in Colorado for my psychological evaluation.
Okay.
Then transferred back to Oklahoma, and then over to Alexandria, Virginia, and then from there I was transferred after my 5.5 months or so in solitary confinement. I was transferred back to Oklahoma to a place called Cimarron. It's
Okay.
a CCV private prison, and then after that I was spent the rest of my prison sentence in Safford, FCI, Safford, Arizona.
Okay. So how many facilities? That's like about 10.
No. Florence,
Florence,
Grady County,
Grady County,
DC.
DC.
Then you have Alexandria.
Alexandria, you want us to stop?
I just want to say be careful because we got to go down the
Okay, Alexandria, let him finish and then
Alexandria.
So that's 4.
Right. Then to Oklahoma again.
Oklahoma.
Then to Colorado.
Colorado.
Back to Oklahoma.
Back to Oklahoma.
Back to Alexandria.
Alexandria.
Back to Oklahoma.
Back to Oklahoma.
And then Safford.
Safford, so that's 10 facilities.
Well, kind of. The same facilities in many cases, but just different times.
Okay, so now so the first experience, you have a question?
Yeah, why do you feel like you were put in solitary for that long?
Well, I think
And you were there for 10 months?
10 and a half months total.
Total, and this was between how many facilities?
Well, probably like 6.
And so solitary, what is solitary confinement? So you're 24 hours or 23 hours?
22.
22
22
hours?
and 2.
All by yourself?
Yes.
And you're looking at how big is this cell? Give us like a
Probably like 6 by 8.
So like from here?
Maybe less.
So from like here to here?
No, that's about 5, I would say. As far as how wide it was, yeah, about here to here.
And then how long?
And then about how long it was from like the door to the bed. Probably from here to here.
So 22 hours a day all by yourself. And so 2 hours of what? Peeing, eating?
No, the 2 hours, there's a toilet and a sink inside the cell.
Did you like Did you prefer solitary or being with the inmates? Did you like solitary or did you like being with the population?
I'd rather be with the population.
So solitary, what was going through your mind during solitary?
It was very difficult because the media was lying. The government was demonizing me.
Mm-hmm. And what were some of the that they said about you? Give us some of the adjectives.
They said that I threatened Mike Pence, which I never threatened.
I wish
Mike
you did
Pence.
threaten him.
The note was not intended to be threatening
What
whatsoever.
was the note? What was the note about? Tell us.
It said, it's only a matter of time, justice is coming.
And what does that mean? Did you write it to him?
No, I just wrote it on the paper that was on the desk.
Okay, and then what was the other that they talked about?
Oh, like one guy in one of my hearings, he stepped in for the assistant U.S. prosecutor. He said that I entered the building through a window, which is not true.
How did you enter?
Through open doors.
Okay, and I saw like a group of people behind you. Did you know them?
No, I didn't know anybody.
Okay, and so what was the question?
Let's move past.
Before January 6th, and since all of these things have happened, to now you've been through a lot, and you look different than from like the images on that day.
So let me ask that. Amanda, stop taking my spotlight. God, you're so annoying. Oh. See, I treat everyone like crap, so you should feel better. Okay.
I want to be careful of that karma.
Okay, wait. What was the question, Amanda? How have you changed? Okay, how have you changed from the time, yeah, you do look different. You got a little fatter.
Did I?
Yeah, remember, but you got like bigger. And then I see like your eyes were more brighter when I met you.
You look like a mess, to be honest with you.
All right, look who's talking. What the f do you look like? Why do I look like a mess?
Oh, because your bra's about to fall off.
That's my problem. And you have no shirt on. And you have no fucking shirt on. Look who's talking. We both have no fucking shirt on. And you're telling me I look like a fucking mess?
With that Trump mask, yeah.
And what the f you got on your face?
Face paint. Spiritual warfare, baby.
For what? For who?
For God, for Christ consciousness.
So are you taking the vaccine?
No. I don't need to have my body pumped full of a bunch of shit.
But aren't you like on drugs or something? You sound like you're on drugs.
Why would I be on drugs?
I don't know.
You're the one acting like you're on drugs.
You look like a crackhead. Why crack but not the vaccine? Why crack but not the You're a crackhead, so why crack but not the vaccine?
Yeah, I don't do crack, dear, but you have a good one, okay?
I'll try. Where are you going? I'm actually liking this conversation. So how have you changed from January 6th to getting into solitary, going through jail as of now? How did you change? You know what? Give us one word. If you could explain, do the whole experience, give us one word and then extrapolate, like make it bigger.
Wiser.
Okay. Wiser? Do you feel like you've aged? Do you feel like you've aged like 30 years?
No. I definitely have more gray hairs than I ever did before.
You think that's from solitary or just like
it's from stress?
From the stress. So so tell us, how have you changed? Have you changed like the way you look at media, the way you feel about yourself, the way you
The way I see media has only been reinforced. If anything, what's changed is my view of certain influencers in the independent media, because they got so many things wrong and they helped to spread things that were not true.
Do you feel like my channel spreads disinformation? I know you know my channel very well.
I can say that...
What do you think about my channel? Do you think it's trash? Do you think it's garbage? Do you think I'm trash? Do you think...
I don't think people are trash.
But what do you think about my channel? Am I helping spreading the disinformation?
I think that you are acting as a provocateur.
What's wrong? Isn't that what you were doing?
No.
What were you doing differently? I think we're the same. You know what?
I would disagree with that.
So listen, let me tell you something. So one of my followers, they told me that if I was white, I would be you. That's what they said. They said
Well,
if I was...
That's quite the compliment.
Yeah, for you.
Oh.
A compliment for you, not for me.
Yeah, okay.
They said if I was white, I would be a QAnon shaman. That's what they told me. So like, I think you're a provocateur too.
Well, I think that you don't understand the definition of provocateur.
So tell me, educate me, Jake. Educate me.
Well,
I'm
you're
so dumb.
You're going in and you're trying to strategically provoke a response by being controversial and in some ways off-putting.
I think I'm very pudding.
I'm just saying.
Everyone loves me.
I don't do that.
Oh, you don't think you were off-putting when you ran into that building?
I didn't run in.
I mean, you walked in.
As soon as I walked in, I stopped somebody from stealing. Then I volunteered to help the police.
You said that you did help the police, okay.
Yeah, that's why they were escorting me around the building, because I volunteered to help them. And then after I got out of the building, shortly thereafter, I stopped people from breaking in and told everybody to go home.
So would you say that you were the leader of J6?
No, not at all.
Okay. Can we talk? So what are you running for? Are you running for what political office are you running for?
Yeah, I'm running for the U.S. Congress in the 8th Congressional District here in Arizona.
Okay, now if you were to tell people in Arizona or worldwide, why should we vote for you, Shaman, Jake?
Because the American people are not being represented whatsoever in the Congress. And while I may not agree with Crackhead Barney here, I'm at least willing to converse with people that I don't agree with. I believe in freedom of speech. I believe in freedom of expression, whatever that may be. And I'll tell you right now, the people in the Congress, they're trying to use the levers of power in government to enforce their moral agenda on you, the American people. That goes for people on the right and on the left. What I want to do is use the government to do for the people what it is they cannot do for themselves, as opposed to enforcing a moral agenda.
And now what is the moral agenda? Tell us what that is.
Oh.
Because my morals is different from yours. I feel like me showing my titties is moral.
Well, that's why I think that anybody trying to use the levers of power in government to enforce their own moral agenda is a big mistake.
Take my nipples for you. They're covered. Just for you. Let's walk. Can we walk? I don't want to piss you off.
Okay, then yeah, let's go this way.
Have you seen snakes here, Shaman?
Yes.
We were here yesterday. We didn't see any snakes.
Well, it's winter. You're likely not going to see any around.
So when do the snakes come out?
Well, I mean, they will come out, but like I've only ever seen snakes in summer.
So what's summer in Arizona?
120 degrees of dry heat and beauty.
So do you like it? So are you able to like do you get tan? Do you get red? I know you're white, so they get like dehydrated.
Yeah, you keep judging me based on my skin color.
Oh, so you don't? So wait, do you identify as a white male? What is your idea? What do you consider yourself?
I identify as a human being.
What do you think about that? Because you know, in America, we sort of like talk about race.
The media talks a lot about it.
And you know, you're okay. So I want to talk about that with you, Jake. So you're a white male, white cisgender male. Have you been a black man walking into the Capitol? How do you think that would have played out differently?
I'm not a white cisgender male. That's all bullshit.
So if you look differently, let's say if you look like me, and you did the same offense, like you walked into the building during J6, how do you think that would have played out?
Well, how do you think it played out for people when DC was on fire for several days and it was BLM and Antifa doing it? How do you think that went down? What about the people that literally tried to penetrate the White House? What about the people that were tearing down statues? What about the people right recently that were these pro-Palestinian people that literally vandalized American monuments and were assaulting police officers? What about them?
I don't know. You tell me.
Well, you tell me. I'm just saying, like, there's most clearly a double standard.
So you're saying that? So you're saying that black protesters like BLM, Antifa, pro-Palestine, you're saying that they do get away with That
90 to 95% of the federal charges that were placed against the BLM and Antifa rioters in 2020 were dropped. 90 to 95%. Did you know that?
no, what were those offenses?
Did you know that it's actually illegal to cross state lines to riot? It's a federal felony. And a lot of those people were being bused from one state, one city to another. Many of them did not even live in the cities they were destroying.
So you're saying that
How would you feel about the idea of somebody coming into your town that you don't know and they're destroying local businesses, in particular in black neighborhoods? How would you feel about that?
Wait, I didn't see any black people rioting and burning down buildings and doing all that stuff.
No, I'm asking you, how would you feel
It depends.
if a bunch of other people from outside
If
of
they
your
were white?
community came in? Well, that's the funny thing is
Listen.
a lot of BLM and Antifa were white.
Listen, it depends. What were they fighting about? Were they fighting about inequality? Were they fighting about government? Were they fighting about
This is the way.
this?
You're gonna end up walking through the weeds.
Jay, okay, he asked a question. He said, "How would I feel? How would I feel, guys?" What do I say to that? Give me a back.
Why don't you tell me what
Okay,
you
how do I
think?
feel? It depends. No, listen. Honestly, it depends on how they What was the response? Let's say if it was like, okay, if I'm white and I see black people.
Why are you talking about race? I'm not talking about race.
Like, okay, I'm talking. Okay,
Why are you bringing race into it?
because it's very important.
No, it's not.
The inequities.
If you have people
No,
that don't
Jay,
live,
I don't agree.
that don't live in your neighborhood, they come into your neighborhood and burn down businesses and harm people in your neighborhood. How would you feel about that?
Hold on.
Regardless of their race.
Hold on, listen.
Because we have to
We have a
dissolve
huge
that
problem here,
illusion
because
that's somehow a factor.
hold on, but listen, Jay. We have a huge problem here because you refuse to acknowledge that black people, or not even black people, just anyone who's not white, may not be afforded the same that you're getting. You
I'm
understand?
refusing to acknowledge that?
You're refusing to acknowledge it. You're saying that, oh, if they're black and it doesn't matter, you say just forget about race. In America, in an ideal society, I would love to forget about race. But race plays a huge role in how black people are treated, Mexicans, Palestinians, and white people. Come on, this is
what do you
America.
think
It was
about-
founded on bloodshed and racism.
What do you think about
we can't divorce the two.
What do you think about what Morgan Freeman said? If we want to solve the race issue in this country, we need to stop talking about it.
We can't talk about Morgan Freeman because
No, I'm asking you what you think of what his analysis is.
Okay, number one, Morgan Freeman is a Hollywood actor.
Okay.
He's rich. He's not even black anymore. He's not even black anymore. Like, it depends. It depends. Race is such an important factor in how we discuss these things.
Why?
That we can't separate. Because you even said in the federal prison.
Can you control what race you are?
No.
Okay.
But hold on, in the federal prison
then
system.
why is that important?
Hold on, in the federal prison system, give us a racial makeup of the federal prison. Who was like the majority, least? Give us who was in it.
Well, in my
In your
particular
facility,
prison,
exactly. Let's talk about it.
the amount of different races, I would say, was pretty much even. The only race that really dominated was the Hispanic. They were called Paisas.
And you said Native American.
No.
They were Hispanic. And why do you think they were Hispanic?
Because they were people that were from Mexico.
Okay.
And they came across the border.
Okay.
And they were bringing drugs, or they were conducting criminal activity.
Okay, so I'm at a hotel right now off of like somewhere, I don't know. Most of the crackheads there are white. Why are they not in the jail? A lot of white people take drugs just like the Mexicans.
And that's why I have the opinion on drugs that I do.
And the thing is this, listen, when we talk about like inequities and socioeconomic problems in America, we don't want to talk about race, but it's so important. It's so important. Don't you think the way the world views me and you is totally different?
Well, that's all based on our presentation and the things we bring to the table.
Without the presentation, don't you? I think that if you were a black man, you wouldn't have been given such good graces.
I think that, well, first of all, I wasn't given good graces.
I mean, you don't think you were given a light sentence? Well, you did come out quicker. You got a lighter, reduced sentence.
Well, because of good behavior and FSA credits. Now,
and what's FSA credits?
First Step Act. Now, the First Step Act has been sitting in the Congress.
And you said who made the First Step Act?
Well, the FSA bill, the First Step Act bill, has been in the Congress for over 40 years. Okay, and you have a bunch of Democrats talking about let's reform the justice system.
So you don't like
for
Democrats?
40 years. No, just hear me out.
Okay, I'll hear you.
40 years.
Okay.
They are the ones that have been saying we have to have justice reform. And yet all the while, when they had Bill Clinton in office, when they had their majority in the Congress and all that, they didn't do jack. Now, it was also the Biden-Clinton crime bill that locked so many black people up. Okay? Now, the fact of the matter is, Donald Trump is the one that signed the First Step Act into law. It was the Congress during Donald Trump's administration and Donald Trump. So the First Step Act and the largest amount of prison reform that came in this country came under the administration of the Trump administration.
So
So that's why I got time off my sentence, because of the First Step Act and 6 months of good time. So 41 months for what it is that I did, you could have an opinion about. Some people think I deserve to be in prison for life. Other people believe that I shouldn't have been there at all.
So now Trump, you still defending Trump?
There's things that Trump has
Do you
said.
still like Trump?
There's things Trump said and done that I do agree with and that I don't agree with.
So as of today, standing here on this mountain, do you like Trump?
Yeah.
Even after what he did to you?
What did he do to me?
He made you go into a building and
He
you
didn't
got
make me do anything. Nobody can make me do anything. And that's why I should be going to Congress, because I cannot be manipulated.
So you're not blaming Trump for that? You don't think Trump manipulated all those people, gaslighted all those people
No,
to go into a building?
you want to see the real manipulators? Watch the Mockingbird media.
What is the Mockingbird? Is that CNBC? Are you talking about like mainstream
The
media?
corporate apparatus. Fox News, Newsmax, CNN,
Aren't those-
MSNBC, ABC, CBS, all of them are Mockingbird apparatus.
But aren't those all those media corporations? You're going to go to them to help you run for Congress.
Why would I?
But what platform are you using to help you run for Congress?
Online, I'm on Truth Social and Twitter, or X.
What do you think is your chances of winning?
I think they're pretty damn good.
Okay, and who is your running mate? Who are you running up against?
There's a couple of people that are running.
Are they Democrats?
Democrats, Republicans, and Independents, but I'm not running against them in the primary.
What is your political party?
Libertarian.
And what is a libertarian? Because I think that's just like a
libertarian,
ghetto Republican. That's what we think. Yeah, that's what I think.
Well, that's because you're uneducated.
Okay, so educate me, Jake. Educate all of us.
A libertarian believes in small government, limited amounts of taxes.
Okay.
It also believes in the notion of victimless crimes being a ridiculous notion.
So what's the victimless? So the victimless crimes, I think those were the BLM and Antifa crimes you talked about.
No.
Well, those were
There
victimless crimes.
was billions of dollars in damage.
But no one
people
got
being
hurt.
killed in the streets. David Dorn. Do you know who David Dorn is?
Who the f is David Dorn?
Look into him. Look into David
Who the
Dorn.
f is David Dorn? Who's David Dorn?
He's an ex-black Capitol Police chief. I'm not Capitol Police.
Is that the
He's
one
an
that- is
he's
that the
an
one that got
ex-black
killed?
police chief that was killed in the streets by a BLM rioter.
Okay, it sounds
stabbed and died in the streets. Okay, during a riot.
So wait, Jake, you don't like BLM?
I don't like any.
So you're saying Black lives don't matter?
No, what I'm saying.
And you're talking to, I think a black life.
You see, what you have to understand is that the people that funded Black Lives Matter.
Okay,
people
who funded Black Lives
People like
Matter?
George Soros, for
Okay.
example, and the people that were running it.
And who was running it?
By the way, they were actually being investigated, still are being investigated
So
for,
it was like
for fraud.
four fat
and
black
from-
women that were like lesbians. I know that's what you want to say. They were like
I'm
lesbians.
talking about what they did with the money that was donated.
Because I know a lot of right wing, they're like, it's
I'm
four
not
fat
right wing.
black-
I'm not right wing.
You're a ghetto Republican.
No, I'm not. You're trying to put all these labels on me that don't fit.
Hold on.
Have I labeled you once?
I don't know. What am I? I'm a what?
You're a
label-
human being.
Okay. But listen, I know people. They talk about the people who are in charge of BLM were four fat black lesbians. I think that's what you want to say, right?
No, that's not what I was.
Okay.
See, you're trying to put words in my mouth.
I thought that because I know that's what everyone talks about.
Who's
They're like,
everyone? Am I everyone?
No, you're an individual. You're an individual, but I know that's like the running joke that it's four fat black lesbians that ran with all this money.
No, what it is a bunch of communists that say that they're openly communist.
What's wrong with that?
Communism? Look at what's happening in China to the Uyghurs. Look at what happened in the Soviet Union. Uyghurs.
Oh, Uyghurs. I thought I heard niggers. I'm just playing.
You guys really want to do this anymore? Because I will walk away.
No, I want to talk to you.
You know, you're asking loaded questions and you're trying to put me in a box.
No, because this is what they say. They talk about it's like lesbians that with the
They're communists.
So what's
They openly are communists on their website that say that they want to destroy the American capitalist system.
What? Wait, hold on.
Okay.
What's the capitalist system is a problem.
Okay.
You have a
and what's the solution in your mind?
Hold on, wait. So let's talk about capitalism. Capitalism, you have a 1% dominating a whole bunch of people's money, right? There's 1% that's like super rich, and then 99% of them are like super poor. So there's like no.
You have a distorted view of capitalism.
I mean, but that's what's happening.
No.
There was a middle class. The middle class is getting eliminated before our very
how did that happen? How did the capitalists? Because we're not living in a capitalist system. We're living in a fascist system. Okay, because what we have.
But hold on. Textbook wise, ideally, America is known as a capitalist state.
Yes, but it's not.
So
and I'm trying to explain to you why.
Why? Okay, explain.
Okay, so fascism is pretty much when you have private industry using the government's monopoly on the initiation of force to reinforce their monopolies on the resources and the labor within a country. Like what we saw with Nazi Germany. It's the illusion that there is a free market when in fact the free market is dominated by oligarchs and the government enforces the will of those oligarchs. That's what we have going on in the federal government right now in Washington, D.C. We have the very corporations that the government is supposed to be regulating, writing the regulations that govern your lives day by day by day. What's legal, what's illegal, what you can buy, what you can sell. That is what we have. Okay? They have monopolized our resources, they have monopolized our labor, and yes, they've also monopolized our currency. So I will agree with you in that we currently have less than 1% of the global population controlling our monetary system. That is a problem.
Yeah, capitalism is...
But that's not capitalism. That's what I'm trying to explain to you. That is not
So what
capitalism.
is your ideal capitalism? So to me, America governs like it's a capitalist system.
But it's not.
Okay, so you're saying it's fascism.
Yes.
It's
been fascist for quite a while.
Okay, we get that. But then, if how do I say it? Like ideally, it's it's under a capitalist umbrella. Capitalism.
No, it's not. That's the illusion that's been created, but it's not. If you understand what capitalism is, okay, then what we have now is not capitalism. It is fascism. And it's actually this far away from going full-on communism. Look at this.
What is that?
Damn, that's it.
What is that?
That's a seashell.
And what is that? What does that mean?
How did a seashell get on this mountain?
I don't know. You tell us.
An ancient flood.
And what's the what
that
does
means
that mean?
that all of this was once underwater.
Okay.
I'm gonna keep this.
So do you think that we're gonna go underwater again?
No.
Because they said that New York City's gonna be underwater in like 40 years or something.
Well,
and Florida and all that East Coast.
If and when the ice caps melt, and they will because the poles are shifting, then we can expect to have rising sea levels. How rapidly that will unfold is another question. But it has nothing to do with the bullshit carbon emissions that we're being told that it has to do with. It has everything to do with the poles shifting, which is a natural part of the cycles of the planet.
Okay, so Shaman, are you still on your fast? You say yesterday you were fasting.
Yep.
Oh, so now why are you fasting?
I'm fasting because it's good for you.
Do you feel like you're going to be closer to like God or Allah, or who do you worship?
I worship God, what some people call God. I call the divine, omniscient, omnipotent, and omnipresent creator.
And what do you think this divine, were you praying to him when you were in solitary?
Yep.
Is it a him, her, or a tranny?
The God I worship has no gender.
Okay, so it's asexual?
No.
Just no gender?
It is an objective creator. There is no subjectivity to it whatsoever.
Did you pray when you were in solitary?
Every day.
Do you think that it worked?
Yes.
You seem like mad.
No, I'm just rather disappointed.
Oh yeah, you seem like upset. Don't be upset.
If I was mad, you would know.
Okay. Don't be mad, be happy. Just pray to your divine.
I'm not mad.
Okay. I thought you were
just told you. I said if I was mad, you would know.
Okay, I thought you were a little like, I don't want to make you angry. I want to give the people a good interview. So do you hike up these hills a lot?
Yep.
How often?
As often as I can.
What's your favorite hill in Arizona?
I really like Sedona.
How far is that from here?
It's about 100 or so miles, maybe less.
And that's all Arizona?
What's that?
That's all Arizona? That's a part of Arizona?
Sedona, yeah.
Oh, sorry, I'm dumb. I'm American. I'm actually Nigerian. I remember you talking to Andrew Callahan on the phone about a Nigerian woman yelling at you.
I never said she was Nigerian.
I think I saw it. You're like, she's Nigerian.
Maybe she was. I don't know. I think, I don't recall saying that. Maybe I did. I don't think so. But she was definitely
black.
Definitely African,
How do you know
on
she was
her
African?
Based on her accent?
Okay. Are they like? How do you know African people? I thought Arizona's just full of white people.
Well, I wasn't in Arizona when that woman said the racist stuff that she said to me.
What did she say? What racist stuff did she say?
I was in D.C.
What did she say to you?
She said she could not believe that a black woman would ever date me.
Oh, what black woman dated you?
That's none of your business.
Oh, we can't talk about your relationship?
Well, my relationships are my business. I can tell you this.
Tell us.
I have dated women of all races.
Okay. Now this black woman, so did the black woman come visit you in the jail?
No, she was the woman that was in charge of the medical portion of the DC jail.
Okay, so you said that in reference, so you said a black woman said something racist to you.
She said that she could not believe a black woman would ever date me.
So why did she say a black woman come visit you? Did she say a black woman?
No.
So why did she say that?
Because she thought I was racist because of the BS in the media. She thought I was a white supremacist.
Okay, now why do people think you're a white supremacist? You want to take a break?
No.
You're breathing.
Because the media lies to people every day for decades. That's why.
Okay, so some people, the argument is black people can't be racist because we don't hold the power.
That's ridiculous.
So hold on, wait a minute. So this is what they say. Black people can't be racist because they don't have any like formal, they're not in charge of any power system. So we can't like exude any power system to make your life inequitable. So, but you keep saying black people are racist. How do we?
I never said black people are racist.
Not black people, but some black people have shown racism to you.
The woman in the DC jail.
So did she like not do so? So was she a nurse or something?
Yes.
And she didn't draw your blood right? She didn't give you the right meds? Like what power did she?
I just told you.
She just said that I can't believe a black woman will ever date you?
Mm-hmm. That's incredibly racist.
Oh, really?
If I said to a black man, if I was a white nurse saying to a black man, I can't believe a white woman would ever date you, would that be considered racist?
I mean, but hold on.
Would that be considered racist, yes or no?
Hold on, wait.
Yes or no?
Yeah, it would.
Okay, so,
yeah, it would.
So what you're talking about is a double standard, because if a black person says it to a white person, then that's not racist. But if a white person says it to a black person, that is racist?
Because remember what I was telling you about? I said
over here. This is good. This is perfect. Okay.
Remember what I said? You can't compare the two, Jay.
Yes, you can. Because guess what?
You cannot compare the black experience.
What is racism? Judging people by the color of their skin.
I think that's prejudice.
No.
There's prejudice. There's prejudice.
You can
there's bias and there's racism.
You can be prejudiced against anybody. Doesn't matter what the prejudice is. You can be prejudiced against black people, against gay people, against white people, against straight people.
Okay.
You can be prejudiced against a type of animal because you're prejudging a pit bull.
Exactly.
Okay. So prejudice and racism are not the same. Racism is a form of prejudice that is based solely on race.
Hold on. However, the racist, for you to like fully, how do I explain it? Racism, I know, is you having the power and ability to like make the person's life, like you have power over them.
No, that's called corruption.
Now you're making stuff up for different.
No,
racism is when you have the power to make your life unequal, to make it inequitable, like cause poverty,
that is called corruption.
Black people cannot necessarily ruin.
No, because if you go to Africa right now.
Have you been to Africa?
Just listen to what I'm saying.
Listen.
If you go to Africa right now, you go to Australia right now, you go to China right now, there are Chinese people making Chinese people's lives miserable in the exact way that you're talking about. You go to Africa right now, there are Africans making other Africans' lives miserable.
Hold on. Wait.
Because of the exact thing that you're talking about. If you go to Australia, you go to New Zealand, you go to South America, it's the same thing. You go to Central America, it's the same thing.
I have something to say. So I'm like African, I know. So now in Africa, the racism is not racism because they're the same race, they're all black. Now they have like something called tribalism. So like, so I'm like,
I know what tribalism
is. So it's more like tribalism. You can't call it racism.
But I'm not saying it's racism. I'm saying that it's corruption.
Of course, but racism is a form of corruption.
Okay.
I think the term is corruption, and then racism is sort of like a tenet of corruption. But racism does exist. Remember, we're in America, and we have to understand that the historical roots of America, there's definitely racism embedded in it. One thing that I want you to the thing is that you cannot compare the black experience and the white experience. They're two totally separate things.
Okay, you are making all sorts of prejudices about me and my life. You don't know anything about the way I grew up.
No, how did you grow up?
I grew up experiencing a lot of prejudice.
Okay.
I grew up experiencing a lot of exclusion.
How so?
Okay.
Explain.
Social systems within our schools. Okay.
Because looking at you, don't get offended. Hold on.
Prejudice.
Hold on, looking at you.
Looking
and
at
listen,
me.
Yes, listen, I don't know you. You open your mouth. I walk up to you. I see a white male, privileged, white
racist?
Well, no, because what I've been taught in school. Listen, I'm
Yes.
just being honest with you. I'm not saying you
So
are.
you've been conditioned by the government
Yeah,
to see
of
race.
course, yeah.
That's what you're saying.
No, because I live in America. But I'm
No,
not.
no, because you just said because of the school system.
Yeah, because,
So who runs the school system? The government?
Okay.
Okay, so you're saying that the government is sowing seeds of racism in your mind that you allowed to flourish.
Hold on, wait. But am I a racist?
Well, you're judging me by my race, are you?
I'm not, but I'm treating.
Are you?
Wait, hold on. How am I judging you? I'm standing on a mountain talking to you.
You just said that
Okay.
I'm a cis white.
White male, cisgender, white male. You know,
So you're placing all these labels on me that you have prescribed to me.
Because I see you, I'm like, okay, I'll just buy a white boy, and then like, you know what I mean. But I'm sure when you see me, what do you see? What do you see?
I see a person.
Oh, stop the bullshit.
Yeah, you see, now you're projecting onto me your worldview.
Okay, so now let's talk about you had like inequities. And did you grow up as like a poor white person? Did you grow up like what discrimination did you face as a person? Tell us.
What's interesting about the way that I experienced prejudice was that it didn't per se have anything to do with my race. It had everything to do with me as a person.
How so? What does that mean?
Because I was opinionated, I was outspoken, and I was different.
So you just said, okay, so listen, so that makes my argument stronger. Your race didn't impact how you were seen as a person.
But hold on,
for me, race is gonna definitely impact how people see me. As some people see me, they may say, I'm a drug addict, welfare, no daddy, baby mama. So you just said that they seen your character first, then they made
No.
You just said it.
No, you're putting words in my mouth.
No, you just said that they saw you.
What I'm saying is that if anything, the stigma and the prejudice that was leveled against me was actually in one way or another more deeply wounding because it wasn't based on trivial notions such as race. It was actually based on who I am as a person. So trivial notions such as race you can easily dismiss and say, that's just silly, they're stupid, they don't get it.
Okay.
But when somebody attacks you as a person and your character and does not like you for you, then that is actually a little more hurtful.
Okay, so now, Jake, you just said a trivial notion such as race. Number one, that's also, you're trivializing the trivial notion of race. You're trivializing my experience.
No, I'm not.
How do you, okay.
I'm saying that your race is.
But racism does hurt. But racism does hurt.
What I'm saying, oh my gosh,
okay,
listen.
Talk.
Listen, I'm like this close to just being like,
okay.
No, this is important.
No, I want you to understand that racism is very important and it hurts.
But this is what I want you to understand, okay?
Okay.
Is that when I look at you, I don't see a black woman. That's not how I think.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
And if you are going to sit here and say that everybody in the country somehow is falling in the under the umbrella of everybody's racist somehow, or the system is racist somehow, then I think you don't understand the root of the problem.
Okay.
Because I like and respect in great amounts Dr. King.
Okay.
Okay? I quote him often. Okay? I love and respect and admire Mahatma Gandhi.
So you said that a lot of black people were getting mad at you? Explain that story.
No, I never said that. And this is where it's like you're taking what I'm saying and you're twisting.
No, yesterday you
so
said
you're not listening to me.
No, you said yesterday you're doing podcasts and you were...
No, what I said was the other day I was in a space, a Twitter space or an X space.
Explain that story to us. I want to hear about it.
I have every interest in creating unity in this country and bridging the gap between what seem to be warring tribes based on false premises of reality.
Okay.
And I went into a space where it was filled with people that were BLM and Antifa.
Okay.
And I tried to bridge the gap. I tried to explain to them that the straw man they were told I was is not the person that I actually am. I was trying to quote Dr. King. I was told I had to stop quoting Dr. King.
Okay.
And when I asked why, I like Dr. King, I respect Dr. King, I can't quote Dr. King, I can't like him. And they said, you're just making a lot of people in the audience mad.
I wouldn't get mad at
Well,
you.
but this is the point that I'm making is that it doesn't matter what I say to some people because their minds are already made up. They have chosen to see me a certain way. That's part of why I chose to do this interview, because I'm trying to look past the superficial appearance that you have chosen to take on and interact with you as a human being. And I'm doing this not just for you and your audience, but also for all the people that see this, that see that surface level bullshit is bullshit. Okay?
I agree.
100%.
I agree completely.
So stop judging me based on superficial surface level bullshit you saw on the TV, and listen to what it is that I'm saying. Listen to my message.
And that's what we're giving you this platform for.
Okay, but then when you put words in my mouth, you know, you have several times.
No, you know what I'm trying to do? I'm just trying to explain to you that racism, you said that racism is like trivial. To certain people that experience racism, it's not trivial.
No, what I'm saying is that race is trivial.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so racism is not trivial. Racism is wrong. Okay?
Okay.
Race is trivial. That's why racism is wrong.
Okay, I got you. Okay, I get that train of thought. I get it completely. Get it completely.
So then arguing over trivial issues is only going to divide us further. It's not going to unite us.
Okay.
What we need to do is, and this is very important, we need to definition match. We need to picture match. So if I say to you that we're on a construction site and I say, I need you to bring a hammer to work.
Yes.
Okay? And you bring a sledgehammer, but I was looking for a carpenter hammer.
Yes.
By just telling you bring a hammer, I did not clarify, we did not have an accurate understanding of the definition of what I meant. Does that make sense?
Okay, got it.
So if I say to you, race is trivial, you might take that as a way of saying that racism is trivial. And I'm trying to say we need a definition match. So I just clarified for you that race is trivial. And that's why racism is wrong. Because race is a trivial issue and judging people based on their race is wrong.
Okay, I got
Can we both agree with that?
I totally agree.
Okay.
Okay, now, how do you feel? You feel good?
I'm good.
Okay, awesome. Are you tanning?
I'm tanning.
Okay. So how black do you want to get? How dark do you want to get?
I just want to have more melanin in my skin.
Yeah, because you know when I say I tan, people laugh at me. Yeah, you know my tans don't last. So like, let's say if I move this out of the way and I tan, it goes away. So like when white people tan, do they like go for like a specific color? Or do you like say, oh, do you tan for like an hour and be like, okay, that's as black as I want to get?
I don't know.
Oh, because I don't know. I'm just asking.
Bringing race into it again.
No, I'm just asking because I don't know. I'm trying to understand you. What's the problem? Okay, we won't talk about race. We won't talk about race.
I don't mind talking about it.
I just want to know like how crispy you want to get. It's fine.
If I start to burn, I'll let you know.
Okay, and what does burning mean? Does that mean like you get red?
Yes.
Okay,
you ought to know that, right? You're acting like you're playing dumb here.
I'm a white woman. I'm a white woman.
This idea of skin burning, I think, is commonplace across the board.
You know, I don't burn. I don't burn. I don't burn.
Okay.
I don't feel pain. I don't know what's like with skin peeling. My skin doesn't peel.
Congratulations.
Oh, well, come on. Why are you being like this? I'm just telling you how
I'm happy for you. Getting a sunburn sucks.
Okay, I know you peel. But that's fine. So you're saying I wanted to contact you since you were in solitary and you were in jail, but I could never get in contact with you. And Andrew Callahan, Channel 5, was able to contact you. How was that? How did you?
Through a mutual acquaintance.
And they used to throw podcasts, correct?
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel about the whole Channel 5? Do you like Channel 5?
I think that the recent airing of Andrew Callahan's Channel 5 video where he interviewed me after my release from prison was riddled with disinformation and non-truths.
And what was the disinformation and non-truths?
Like he said that that after I was released from prison, I wanted to talk to him specifically when in fact that's not the case at all. What it was is he wanted to talk to me because his career had taken quite the hit and he thought that it might actually help him get lifted back off the ground by doing a controversial interview with me.
Did it help his career?
I don't know. But then he also said that my shamanic song that I sang at the Capitol was somehow something I wrote in prison and that it was a anthem to my victory against the deep state. Not true. I was singing that song for years before January 6th. So there's a lot of things in there like that where he placed his own little twist on things that was totally inaccurate.
So the first conversation that was like consensual, he reached out to you or you reached out to him, the first conversation?
Well, the first conversation, the acquaintance that I'm talking about said, Andrew Callahan wants to interview you. You can give him a call.
And you called him from federal prison?
I called him from Alexandria Detention Center.
Okay. And then, do you know, so Andrew Callahan was getting like what did he get, allegations?
I don't quite remember.
He got allegations. You don't know anything about the Andrew Callahan allegations? He still has more followers than me,
I heard,
even with his allegations.
I heard that it was after he went on CNN and called out the media that some of those things took place, but I don't know the details.
So he got accused of like forcing his followers to him? Some bullshit like that.
Well, I don't know anything about that, so I don't see a reason to discuss it.
Okay, you don't want to talk, okay. I remember asking you yesterday, can you look at the pictures of J6? Do you have like bad memories about it? Can you look at like video of J6? Can you look at the pictures? Do you feel some type of thing?
No, I'm fine. If anything, I'm upset that the whole thing occurred and was allowed to take place because of systematic corruption.
And what's the systematic corruption you're talking about?
I think I said earlier that the intelligence that was gathered by the FBI regarding what the Oath Keepers and what they were saying the Oath Keepers and the Proud Boys had planned, as well as the intel that the Pentagon had regarding there being 12 or more known terrorists in the crowd at J6, as well as any and all intelligence that was garnered by Yogananda Pittman, the Capitol Police Intelligence Officer. None of that made its way to Capitol Police Chief Sund. And he was requesting for the National Guard to be there. In fact, Nancy Pelosi and Mitch McConnell passed a law a couple of weeks before January 6th that revoked Chief Sund's ability to call the National Guard to guard the Capitol at his own will. He had to go through them. And then when he asked them for permission to have the National Guard there, they said there was no evidence because the evidence was intentionally suppressed so that they could set up the Capitol Police and Trump supporters. And if you also look into the fact that there were, at this point it's quite clear, there were federal agents in the crowd provoking things, okay? So the whole thing was a setup. And afterward, a psyop ensued to go after Trump and his supporters to demonize a whole group of Americans that are actually trying to save their country from a fascist communist dictatorship.
Do you think Biden is a communist dictator?
I think that Biden's a puppet.
And who do you think is behind, so who's behind Biden? Who do you think is this communist dictator that you're talking about?
Well, he has a lot of ties to China and Ukraine, but...
So do you think that China and Ukraine is...
but what you have to understand is that the global apparatus behind China and Ukraine is these less than 1%ers. Sorry about that.
It's okay. You want to touch it again?
No, I'm good. These less than 1%ers that we were talking about earlier. This less than 1% of the population that owns and controls the Fed or our currency. The less than 1% of the population that owns the 150 corporations all over the world.
What do you think is that 1%? Do you have is it the Rockefellers, the Bilderbergs? Do you have any names? That
Rockefellers, Rothschilds. They have minions like Soros and Gates, Bill Gates. They also have minions in the WHO, the CDC, the United Nations, the World Economic Forum, people like Klaus Schwab. There's also a lot of people that most people don't even know their names or their faces, and that's the way that they want to keep it. Because these people thrive on anonymity.
Okay, now J6 in the jail, who are your friends? Who did you hang out with?
I was pretty much on my own.
So even here in Arizona, do you have any friends? Do you have people that you talk to? Like how?
I have friends, but I don't really socialize. I'm kind of a loner.
But that's interesting because you come off as like this big, macrocosm, this like almost like a god to people. And then when I come see you, you're like, I'm alone. I'm by myself. I find that to be very strange.
I'm never alone.
I mean, you know what I mean? You don't
God's always with me.
Come on. I'm talking about, I don't see you like with an entourage of people. I thought that you'd be
I don't need an entourage.
Okay.
I have an entourage of angels.
Okay, so now you're crazy.
No. I'm holy.
I thought that you would have more. Do you have a love life in Arizona?
Not to speak of.
Okay, do you want to talk about, do you have any girlfriends? Were the women coming up to you where they're like, oh my God, I want to date you?
Not really.
No?
Can you elaborate a little bit more on the holiness?
Yeah, elaborate on the holiness.
When you get close to God, God gets close to you.
What are some ways you get close to God?
Prayer, meditation, retreats into nature, positive habits, daily worship.
Can you sing the shamanistic song for us?
Well, you know, one thing I will do for you.
Yeah, I want to see some ritual.
See those people down there?
Yeah.
Watch this.
Okay. Get his face. Okay, do it again, do it again.
It's called Mongolian throat singing. And you vibrate your vocal cords, the back of your throat, and you create ripples of sound that emanate from your vocal cords.
Okay, can I do it?
Go ahead and try. I'm curious.
Okay, so what do I do?
Can you go, whoa?
Okay, whoa.
Okay, now from the diaphragm.
Diaphragm.
Okay. Take a big deep breath.
Whoa.
Getting there. You had a little bit of an echo.
Okay.
Get a little lightheaded there?
Yeah, I did. I did. Is that good?
Yeah,
Do you want to slap me?
Why would I do that?
I don't know, to wake me back up. But shamanistic.
No, I'm good.
So I do it from my throat.
Well, kind of. You're breathing. You're
Okay,
pushing from the diaphragm.
Okay, breathing from the diaphragm.
And you're kind of constricting the vocal cords
Okay.
to where they vibrate.
Okay.
So you breathe in from the diaphragm.
Can we do it together?
No. I want to hear you.
Okay, I want to do it
see
together.
how well I'm training you.
Okay, yes, train me. Red pill me, daddy. Red pill me.
Okay, so try it again.
Do I have to put my feet in a certain way?
No, you're good.
Okay, I'm good. Okay.
Just make sure your knees are locked.
Okay, so bend them a little.
Yeah, keep them bent.
Okay.
Okay.
And then do it from my throat.
Yeah, well, you're pushing up from the diaphragm.
Okay, push up.
And with that pressure, you're pushing out your throat, and all the control is here and here.
Okay, here and here.
Yes.
Okay, so try again.
Try again.
That's the one.
Okay.
Oh no.
Good, you're getting there.
Okay. Oh, I'm getting attention.
That was a coyote.
Oh, God.
For sure.
Oh my God, we're bringing coyotes?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm scared. Now I'm
Hear
scared.
him?
Wait, That's a real coyote?
Yeah.
Are they gonna kill us? I'm scared.
Oh, cool. That's really, I love that.
Oh my God, I'm nervous. See, this is...
Nature is
I see
communication, ladies and gentlemen.
They're right there. Is that them?
Where?
Over there, down there. Are those people?
No, those are people.
Oh my God. See
The
that?
coyote sounds like it's coming from that area. You're stepping on my foot.
Oh, okay, man. See, this is
Sounds
like
like it's
white
coming from
people. I'm scared of coyotes. I don't want to see. Do you see bears up here?
No, not here. Up north.
Oh.
I saw a bear one time. It was enormous.
Grizzly or bear?
No, it was a black bear.
Oh, they're more friendly.
Yeah, but it was still freaking huge.
Was it racist?
No,
Oh,
it was very nice.
Okay, it wasn't racist. I know you think black things are racist.
Do I?
I think black bears are racist.
No, I don't. I think anybody can be racist.
Yeah,
and that I think is the false premise that we were trying to
yeah, that's what. Yeah,
earlier.
then you wanted to walk off, so I didn't want to pressure you too much.
No. So let's establish this because this is important.
No, I like. Can we do more singing?
Anybody.
Okay.
Anybody can judge somebody based on their race.
Okay.
Right? If race is trivial and racism is bad because race is trivial, then judging somebody, whether they are black, white, brown, red, whatever, purple, green, blue, basing anything on outer appearance or their race is wrong because you're prejudging prejudice. You are prejudging the character of a person based on superficial skin tones.
Yeah, no, you're right. Racism is total bullshit. I totally agree with you.
Okay.
No, really, honestly, I agree with you 100%. However, in a system that is stupid, in a system that places importance on trivialness of race.
Yeah, the media.
The
school system.
They place importance.
Yes.
You know, prison pipeline, school pipeline. They do place is they use it to create inequity, to create poverty, to create unequal inequalities. Is very trivial. However, we cannot say it doesn't. But sometimes I don't want to say that it doesn't exist just because
I'm not
it's
saying
trivial.
it doesn't exist.
It exists.
No, it exists.
And it affects people. And it hurts people.
But here's the thing: is the more ammo or the more oxygen you give that fire, the more it spreads.
However, I'm not trying to give it oxygen or fire to spread. I'm just not going to deny its existence.
I'm not denying its existence.
You know, because it does exist.
As
bad as it is, as trivial and stupid as it is, it does exist.
I'm not saying it doesn't exist. What I'm saying is that by talking about it all the time, it just fuels the fire of racism.
I'm not talking about race.
No, I'm not saying you are. What I'm saying is that the media, Hollywood, our schools, the government, they talk about it all the time.
But listen, social media is good because it gives different people that look different a platform that can destigmatize race.
But I'm not saying that that's a bad thing.
No, that's a good thing. I think that, before, like when we were younger, it was more like Hollywood, textbooks, the TV. Now with social media, we see all different faces of different people, and we're connecting with all different races. I think that social media is good because it gives people of different races a platform.
But I have to kind of disagree with you a little bit. I think that social media is corrosive to society and to young developing minds.
Okay, and listen, and too much of anything is bad. Too much of anything is bad.
Yeah.
Everything should be, you know what I mean?
Moderation.
Social media is not all bad.
I'm not saying it's all bad. What I'm saying is that it's corrosive.
And we're not young people.
And so look at it like this. Look at it like this. If I'm talking to you through a text message or online, right?
Okay.
Are you able to see my facial expressions,
No.
my body language, or my tone of voice?
That's why you're in front of me right now.
Right, exactly. So that being the case, if the majority of people's interactions in modern times is through the medium of the phone, the computer, or social media, then is that corrosive to the social elements of our society? Yes. Because before, we used to interact face to face. I could see your facial expressions, I could see your body language, I could hear your tone of voice. But now, especially like in the dating world,
talk about the dating world.
Well, think about it.
Yeah.
For the longest time, if a man liked a woman or vice versa, they were able to go up and say to them, hey, I like you. I think, you're attractive, or I like what you said or whatever. I would like to get to know you better. Would you be interested?
So now if you do that, what happens?
Well, but now, like with things like Tinder or online dating or whatever, people have become commodities. They've become objectified.
Okay.
There's a certain level of convenience that comes to that. And with that convenience comes lack of appreciation.
Okay, so they're saying that. So have you been on dating apps and then?
Oh, yeah.
So which dating apps are you on?
I'm not on any now. I've been on enough of them to know that they don't work very well.
And how many dates so when you go on these dates, are they like catfishing? Are they like?
I've been catfished a few times, but I've also.
Tell us your worst dating experience on what happened? Were you talking to like a person for like a week or two, and then you met up with them? They were like fat or?
Yeah.
Okay, tell us.
Their pictures were entirely deceiving. They did not take care of their teeth.
So there were no teeth?
No, I'm just saying, no, they just had really bad teeth with like plaque and like brown and
So did you tell her?
I basically was straight up with her and I said, look.
Was this before dinner or after dinner or during? Like,
it was right as soon as we met.
So you said, hi, my name is Jake.
I said, basically like, look, you're nothing like what you.
As soon as you saw her, you didn't even like sit down and drink.
No, because you have to establish boundaries with people.
Okay, like you did with me.
Yes.
Did I listen to those boundaries?
Yes, you did for the most part, with the exception of all this.
Oh, okay, so I didn't listen.
No.
I'm not good with dating.
That's good.
Yeah.
You can get better.
No, I don't want to.
You don't want to?
Yeah, I'm a bitch.
Wow.
I'm a bitch. Yeah, I'm very difficult. So wait, let's talk about this lady. So you saw her. Did you buy her a drink? Did she buy you a drink? And you just saw her and you're like, your teeth look like shit.
No. It was something orchestrated online.
Okay.
And her picture was deceiving.
So how many years younger did she look or appear in person?
I don't quite recall.
Was she black, white, Chinese, Spanish?
I don't quite recall.
Oh, stop it. We just want to know, like...
I don't remember.
Oh, you don't?
It was a long time ago.
Oh, okay, so...
I have not been on dating sites and social media like that for a long time.
Was this before J6 or after?
Of course.
Oh, okay, so before...
I haven't gotten on any dating sites after J6.
So why don't you go on to the dating sites for J6? Don't you think that, would it be interesting for you to go on a dating site after J6 and be like, hey, you know...
That's a great way to get honeypotted.
What's honeypotted?
That's when intelligence agencies send somebody in to, you know, get close to you.
Oh, okay.
That's also a really great way to get a lot of negative attention. And you also have to remember a lot of the people that are currently out there, a lot of the women and men that are out there right now are vaccinated.
So what's wrong with that? But you can't
tell
because
the mRNA injections alter your DNA.
So you would not date a woman that has been vaccinated?
That's correct.
Are you serious?
Yes.
But you're not gonna have a baby with the person.
But that doesn't matter. Sexual intercourse can transmit the spike protein.
Can you use
Exchange
a condom.
of bodily fluids.
How about using a condom?
Condoms don't prevent against STDs. They usually just prevent against pregnancy.
But AIDS, you don't get AIDS with condom.
Well, you can.
Who? It's 99.9.
Well, but there a point in there?
Stop the bullshit.
I'm just saying.
I believe science. You don't believe in
and the
science?
condom can rip. Can't it?
I don't know. You tell me.
Yeah, condoms rip, don't they? Guys, do condoms rip?
I don't know if condoms.
Yeah, condoms rip.
You know, I don't use them.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't use them, so I don't know if condoms rip. Okay. I'm just that type of. You know, I'm African. You know, African people that have the highest rate of HIV. We don't believe in condoms.
And I think that was actually orchestrated by the United States
that's
government.
Totally. That's another one. They said it came from a monkey. Yeah, right.
No, it came from a lab.
Yeah, that's another conversation. Yeah, that I agree with.
And you know what's interesting about the COVID COVID virus is it actually has genetic markers that are
like
very
HIV?
similar to HIV.
Get the out of here.
No joke. Look into it.
Okay, wait. COVID HIV? I know what it does is it could reshape
Mutate?
itself. Yeah, it could reshape
Well, all
itself.
viruses mutate.
That's true.
But with the COVID...
Well, what's the link between COVID and HIV?
Well, the COVID has genetic markers in it that actually are similar to and are taken from HIV, if I'm not mistaken.
So you're saying that the COVID, they're trying to give us HIV?
No, what I'm saying is that they use the portions of the HIV virus that inhibit the immune system. And they placed it in the virus, just like they used other genetic markers in the virus, certain things like called prions, and certain genetic markers in prions, which is an amino acid, if I'm not mistaken.
I just can't get over that you're not going to date anyone who's got vaccinated. That's wild.
Well, it's because it modifies your genetics. And I'm not going to, I haven't gotten vaccinated this whole time, and I'm not going to be sloppy and date somebody that's been vaccinated and all of a sudden have to deal with all the repercussions.
Have you seen how ugly the women are that are not vaccinated?
Oh, I've seen a lot of beautiful women that are not vaccinated.
Oh, they're not. I've seen, they're like ugly right-wing women.
Oh.
I'm just saying. Okay, so can you explain like each tattoo? Put your arms out.
Well, all my
do a body up, because he has them, turn around or something. Do like a slut one. Show your butt and stuff. Turn around.
Good.
Turn around. No, turn around like completely. Because you have them in the back of your legs and all that stuff. So you don't have, I thought you had the metal thing. Okay, you have this. You want to pull your pants down?
Nope.
Okay. And then you have this.
Yep.
And this.
All my tattoos are earned.
Okay, so
they're all
explain
shamanic in nature. They all represent something or have some form of symbolism, either to my heritage or to the things that I went through in my life.
Okay, so let's talk about this. What are the things on the legs?
Those are my secrets. Every shaman has their secrets.
Can we try to guess the secret? Can you give us?
You can try, but I won't tell you.
Okay, so anybody want to guess? This one looks like a wheel. You're probably a communist. I see like the sickle.
Oh boy.
I see a sickle. I see WWG1, WGA. World War I?
No, I'll let your online people figure that out.
Okay, so figure this one. This one's like a sundial.
Okay.
Okay, and what's this? Look at anchor. Are you
this is Hammer of Thor.
And what does that mean?
I was gonna do more to it, but I got locked up. It's Mjolnir.
What's that?
Mjolnir, Hammer of Thor. Have you seen the Marvel
No,
stuff
I don't
before?
watch that shit. I don't have
Okay,
time.
well then it's Norse mythology.
Okay, so you're white. That's white. Scandinavian.
No, I have Nordic blood in me.
Okay, so what does this mean? Does it mean strength?
It's like a symbol of power and status. This is Yggdrasil, the world tree, the tree of life, basically in Nordic mythology, and it represents all 9 realms.
And what's the 9 realms?
Well, there's like all the different realms in the known universe as far as Nordic mythology.
So what is that?
So like Earth is one of those realms.
And what's this? So
Okay.
you believe in ghosts and stuff, like there's jinns and spirits and
spiritual beings are a reality.
So have you contacted them? Do you contact spirits? Do you see spirits?
I do not put those vibes out there.
Why don't you want to? Do you want to?
I have encountered both positive and negative forces in the spirit world.
What is this tattoo in the middle of your?
It's not a tattoo.
Oh, we thought it was a tattoo.
It's a mole.
Oh.
God gave it to me.
Oh, we thought it was a tattoo.
Look at it.
Yeah, we thought it was a tattoo.
No, it's a mole.
We thought we were making fun of you last night. We were like, oh my God, he's gonna have some crazy story about the f***ing tattoo in between his eye. We thought it was like your third eye or something.
Prejudice.
No, I did it with a white man. No,
She still doesn't understand prejudice.
We did not because we thought it was a tattoo.
Prejudice means
we
prejudging.
We really thought it was a tattoo, like right here. We're like, oh, he's gonna say he's a third eye shamanistic, like
Prejudice.
We really thought it had a meaning.
Prejudice means prejudging.
That's some more. Are you checking it for cancer? You have to check it for cancer. But you have to check it.
I'm okay.
Oh, but we really thought that was a tattoo.
Nope.
Okay, so what's this?
This is called the Valk knot or Odin's knot. There's some people.
Wait, this one or this one?
This one.
And then what's around your nipple?
This one is Yggdrasil, world tree. It's over my heart because I protect all life in all 9 realms. It's over my heart. I hold it all dear.
And what's that mean? You hold people, protect?
People, plants, animals.
So are you vegan?
No.
You eat meat?
Yes.
So some people.
But all organic.
And then are you can you explain this stuff on the side?
I'll just say that, you know, some of these tattoos represent certain milestones. Like I got these regarding manhood. This right here is I got after my dad committed suicide. I got these after I had my heart broken by some chick that didn't treat me very well.
How did she break your heart?
That's none of your business.
Can we talk about it?
So then these symbols here are the symbols for the planets, and these are pyramids with vortexes on them. These are Viking runes. So they all have symbols.
Okay, what's this on the side?
This is stuff I got to pay penance for all the mistakes I had made in my life.
So what were some of the mistakes? J6 is in one of those?
I had these before J6.
So what were some of the mistakes that you drew on your body? Give us some mistakes.
Just, you know, times where I didn't treat people as well as I should have.
Okay, give us an example. What are some ways that you felt like you were mean to people?
Just like, well, I wasn't mean to people. I didn't treat everybody the way I want to be treated. And
So
when you grow up, as a kid, we all do that.
Did you bully? Were you a bully?
No, not at all.
You sound like you're hard on yourself.
Sometimes.
When did you start first looking into shamanism?
I was really young when
How old were you?
When I became interested in it.
How old were
Probably
you?
like, maybe like 10 or 11
Are
when I
you
became
serious?
interested in it.
Was there like a provoking factor? Was this just some life event happen?
No, I just knew that people like Christ and Buddha and the shamans knew something that we had lost in the
Are
West.
you the only child or do you have siblings?
I have siblings.
How many?
2 younger brothers.
Do they look up to you? Do they like what you do? Because my siblings hate what I do.
They don't really pay much attention to my spiritual activism.
So are they like quote unquote more normal? Because my siblings are quote unquote more, well, not really, we're all kind of weird, but they're quote unquote more normal. So are they more normal and they're like, you're so weird. Do they do that to you? Oh, okay. Because I kind of get that. Do you,
Oh, really?
Yeah, I do, I get that. They tell me like, oh, why don't you do something more normal? But I thought you would get that as well. What is your outside family thing? I know your mom supports what you do.
Well, my mom supports me and my mission to unify the country, to save the planet, the ecosystems, and the people. I think everybody, once they understand what it is that I'm trying to do, will actually get behind me. The thing is, the Mockingbird media created the straw man and said, this is who he is, this is what he stands for. And none of that's true.
And what do you have to say? People have said that you're a white supremacist.
That's bullshit.
Why you say that?
Because I'm not a white supremacist.
Because they'll think I do it. As soon as they see J6, Republican, overthrow the government, Trump.
That's
they think
called
white supremacy.
That's called neuro-linguistic programming. Look it up.
So you're not a white supremacist?
No.
Okay. And listen, don't
Emphatically, no.
No, I have to ask that because that's what they're gonna be thinking, my audience. So I have to ask
No, I'm
that.
not a white supremacist.
Okay.
Can you talk about that tattoo? The Q, where we go one, where we go all.
All I'll say is I did it myself.
Did you do all your tattoos by yourself?
No, I did this one. I did this one. I did these myself. I did the ones on my leg myself. And I also did, yeah, that's about it. I did this one in the mirror.
Shaman, do you wanna
Machine. Yeah. The hands were stick and poke though.
Were they?
Yeah.
Can you sing the shamanistic song?
I
I don't have to stand next to you. Do you
have
want me to
my
stand?
drum.
You need a drum?
Yeah, it usually helps.
Do you want me to play a drum?
No. I'll
Let him sing a shamanistic song. Maybe I'll dance in the back or something.
I don't know about all that.
Okay, so then do your shamanistic. We want to see it. Can I stand next to you or you don't want me on?
I mean, I don't really want to do it. It's my thing.
Do you feel like I'm exploiting you? Be honest.
No, but I am rather disappointed you didn't dress better.
Why are you disappointed I didn't dress better?
Because we came to an agreement.
Do you want to spank me?
No, no.
How are you going to punish me?
I'm not going to. God, I leave punishment to God.
So you want me to get punished by God? That's not very
No,
that's not very shamanistic of you.
I don't think that. I think living up to your word, not living up to
Wait
your word
a
is its
minute.
own punishment.
Shaman, we did say, hold on. Well, I want to make sure I got all my questions. We did say, what did we say? We said that I'm still a troll. What did Jacob say yesterday? Remember when we discussed? We're at Chipotle. We said that you know how I am. You know how
You said you weren't going to do any body paint. You said you were going to come. You were going to dress down. That you were going to dress appropriate. That you wanted to do a serious interview.
I did. Wait, didn't we do a serious interview? Hold on.
I don't know.
We did do a serious interview. Did we do?
To a certain extent.
We did a serious interview. And yesterday, we did say that it's still a show that where I have to still keep the Crackhead Barney thing because of
I don't recall that. But let's not debate it.
Okay.
We're here. We're now. Let's just finish it off.
Let me ask you a question. You talked about pro-Palestinian protesters. Are you pro-Palestine or are you Zionist?
I think I'm neither. I think that
Is that
both.
possible?
Yes. Then this is where we get into this whole like put yourself in a box.
'Cause I have a whole
Choose a
argument on
side, okay?
Okay,
what we're dealing with here, whether it be Hamas and Palestine or the nation state of Israel and the Jews, is corrupt governments fighting each other, and the good, honest civilians are caught in the crossfire. That's what we're dealing with in Ukraine. That's what we're dealing with in Palestine and Israel. That's what we were dealing with in Iraq, in Afghanistan. That's what we've been dealing with for centuries, whether it be king versus king, emperor versus emperor. It's these corrupt leaders, these corrupt systems fighting each other for dominance over what? Resources, land, the labor, the workforce. Like I said before, less than 1% of the population monopolizing resources, labor, and currency.
So what's your goal? What's your plan? So as a congressman, what do we do with this?
What am I proposing?
Yeah, for Israel and Palestine. What do you say? What's
For Israel and Palestine,
Like,
we have no business. We have no business.
But we are.
We have no business telling other people what to do when we can't even get our own shit straight.
But America's fully funding Israel.
And also gave lots of money to Palestine and Iran. So we're funding both sides of the war, which is what has been being done since World War II, World War I, since the Napoleon Wars. It's been going on for a long time.
So you're not pro-Palestinian, you're not pro-Israel. You're not Zionist.
I'm anti-war.
But that's impossible. You have to
I'm
have war.
pro-peace. I think everybody can be pro-peace. I want people to stop dying because leaders are marching the youth into slaughter.
Very true, but that's not possible.
Yes, it is. Absolutely. But why it hasn't happened is because we have a mockingbird media and a corrupt government working together to fuel hatred and division and siphon our tax dollars and put it in the private hands of the arms dealers that we're calling the military-industrial complex, who make billions of dollars off of our tax dollars and contracts being given to them so that they can go into other countries and monopolize their resources and their labor.
Isn't war inevitable? I think war is inevitable.
Julian Assange said, if wars can be started because of lies, then peace can be started because of truth. When we live in a society where truth is pervasive, where truth is what is spoken and not censored, then we will have peace.
What's the truth? Your truth is different from my truth.
No, the truth is objective. And the objective truth is that we are all one. We are all one one life force. We're all connected to the same source.
And what's that source?
Well, some people call it God, other people call it Brahma, some people call it the Great Spirit, some people call it Allah. The tongue and the word make no difference. What we're seeing here is the theme of unity being pervasive throughout all cultures.
Okay, I think war is inevitable.
Well, if you
can't.
But look at it like this: if you in a primitive society, I think you're correct.
And what's primitive? What's modern? It's the same.
No, we are living in a primitive society because only
That's what I'm saying. We're not modern.
Because only a primitive society would pollute the water it drinks, the air that it breathes, the food that it needs to eat. Only a primitive society would accept mutual slaughter as a solution to problems. That's primitive. And what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to raise the consciousness so that we can all agree that, hey, these people that are screwing us and have been screwing us for decades have to stop. They have to be stopped. And the only way to stop them, nonviolent, non-cooperation, non-compliance, saying, no, we're not doing it.
But Shaman, people would say, like, you're talking about nonviolence when you stormed the building.
Okay. That was what some people say based on the propaganda they have seen.
Yeah, the propaganda.
Okay.
You know, they're gonna
if
say,
they
well,
actually dug some digging, they would find I stopped somebody from stealing the moment that I went in the building. I volunteered to help the police, and I stopped people from breaking in when I was outside the building and told everybody to go home. I was trying to be an agent of peace.
Okay. I'm just saying.
I know, but this is neuro-linguistic programming. These people have been told the same thing over and over and over and over and over. They're hypnotized to a lie. And guess what? When you have a whole group of, I think it was Voltaire that said, those that make you believe absurdities can make you commit atrocities.
Do you think Trump made you commit an atrocity?
No.
Okay, so you still are a Trump supporter. Would you wear a MAGA hat like you did before?
Yeah.
Oh. So you're like a diehard Trump supporter. Would you go to another?
No, I'm not a diehard Trump supporter.
Would you go to another MAGA rally?
Yeah.
Okay. And you said you're on parole right now.
I'm on supervised release.
Okay, what is supervised release?
Some people, it's like layman term probation.
Okay, so can you leave the state of Arizona?
Only with probation officer approval.
Okay. How long is that going to last?
I'm on probation or supervised release for 3 years.
So what year are you in now?
I'm still within my first 6 months.
How is it?
Better than being in solitary or in prison. What's important is what I've already told you. We have to save the planet. We have to save our species. We have to stop arguing over trivial matters such as race.
Race is not important.
Okay. Race is not important. What's important is character. Dr. King himself said, I have a dream.
I'm getting offended.
I have a dream that one day my little children will grow up in a country where they are judged by, not by their race, but by the content of their character. Okay? We need to start coming together. Gay, straight, black, white, Republican, Democrat, liberal, conservative, left, right. That's what we need to do, is come together, because the less than 1%ers want us divided. They want us looking at appearances and judging.
What's wrong with my appearance?
They want us looking at appearances and judging. And based on the judgment that they have given us to see, they control our minds. Do you want to leave your minds in the hands of less than 1% of the population that does not love you, but wants your money and wants you dead? I don't. I keep touching that balloon.
You could touch it. Touch the other one.
I'm good. I think it was Seneca that said, "It is not what you endure, but how you endure it that matters."
Look at
and Seneca said, "It's not what you endure, but how you endure it that matters. And Epictetus says that circumstances don't make the man, they simply reveal the man to him. So everything that I have endured and everything that I have been through have revealed me to myself as a strong, victorious man. And I have endured it in a way that I think is admirable and has allowed me to keep and maintain my integrity. So I am a better man for it. Would I ever want to go through it again? Hell no.
What was the hardest part?
Solitary. And the lies in the media, the demonization from the government, and my inability to defend myself.
Were you allowed to get mail, snail
Yes.
mail and phone calls in
Yes.
solitary? Okay. You weren't like in Supermax.
No.
It was all federal prison across the board.
Well, no.
Jail is
some
jail.
of them were jail, some
Okay.
of them were prison.
And what's jail? What's jail? A year or less?
Jail was about a year.
And then prison is more.
And then prison was a year and several months.
And did you get, I remember there was like a request for vegan food or
No,
organic.
organic.
And the judge said yes.
Yes.
But you said only in jail.
Yeah, because the court order was only while I was being detained, not while I was fully like being integrated in the federal prison.
Did you get a lot of commissary? Did you get a lot of gifts? Who was putting money on your books?
No gifts. They won't allow that stuff in the prison. But yeah, I got lots of letters.
From
lots
who?
of support.
Girls? Supporters?
Men, women, young, old.
Were they hate mail, fan mail?
I only got in all my time like 2 pieces of hate mail, and I got literally probably over a couple thousand letters.
Do you keep them?
Yeah.
And you said, where is your shamanistic outfit? The horns and the
The
fur?
feds still have my horns. They still have my staff. They still have my pants, and they still have my cell phone.
So your cell phone, what does the cell phone have? Does it have like evidence? Does it have like pictures?
That's what they thought. It didn't have anything on it.
Do you think that you'll ever get it back?
I certainly hope so.
Are you asking for it back?
We're actively asking the government to give it back. They were supposed to return it over a year ago. They haven't returned it. So we're thinking we might have to take
storm the Capitol again for the outfit.
Take legal measures to get it returned.
Legal measures. Of course. That would be the smart thing to do.
Yes.
Don't storm anything.
I've never stormed anything.
Well, are you afraid to go into government buildings now?
No.
No, like storming
No.
Social Security office or okay. So are we good or are we?
We good? Yeah. Okay, cool.
Well, you have something to do?
Yeah.
What do you have to do?
I have to go home.
Oh, I mean, you have another meeting. This is your last meeting.
Oh,
hold
yeah.
On. Jake, hold on,
Yes.
Jake. What do you think if people think this is an OnlyFans episode that we're having like sex or something? What do we tell my audience? If they think like this is like a
I'd
sex
say
scene?
that they're delusional.
So will we ever have
And they're
sex?
probably sexually addicted in their minds to pornography or something.
Do you watch porn?
No.
Really?
Yeah.
Has anyone ever told you like a porn star?
No.
Well, would you be open to doing OnlyFans with me?
No.
Okay, just that. Listen, what do they say? Every opportunity, I have to, shoot my.
Yeah, I understand.
What would you be open to doing a reality show with me?
I don't really like television.
Online TV series.
I think I will be more effective elsewhere.
Okay, fine.
No offense.
You then. So you want to start walking?
Whoa!
Okay, let me do it. Let's do it together.
Whoa! You're getting loud. No, you do it now.
No,
you do it. I want to hear you. Yeah, you're getting there.
Yeah, I'm not lightheaded. Woo!
Yeah, you're getting there. Good job.
I'm a loud bitch.
There you go.
I think I'm louder than you.
I disagree.
Okay, well, I don't storm buildings.
That's fine.
Well, I storm other things.
Okay.
All right.
Storm the stage, storm Trump's rallies.
Exactly. So yeah, that I do. Did you enjoy the interview or are you upset?
Oh, yeah, one more question.
Okay, what's
Yeah.
the question?
What did you have any opinion about her when you first met her? We were curious about
Oh yeah.
Have you ever thought about your?
No, I never. After that interview, I was like, all right, well, that was interesting.
What was interesting about it?
Wasn't expected.
What does that mean?
I wasn't
Yesterday
expecting
you were
it.
talking about the date you met me. You were like December 12th. Now I
Yeah, because I remember the day because it was I was in D.C.
Okay.
for the MAGA Million March, the second one.
Okay. All right, Shaman. Lie on camera for people.
Lie on camera.
Yeah, lie on camera for people. Yesterday you were remembering the date.
I did remember the day.
You were like,
Yes,
it was
you never
5
asked what I
p.m.
thought
December
about it.
12th, 2021. I didn't even remember the date, but he remembered it. But it's okay. Lie for my audience.
I didn't lie.
Okay, you didn't. You're not a liar. I'm the liar. Did you enjoy the interview?
For the most part, I
I
think
don't
we
know, I
made
was trying-
progress. I think
I
we
was
made
listening. It's
progress.
a serious guy. We did serious conversation.
I
I
think we
tried.
made progress. It wasn't
I
bad.
didn't ask you to touch. I talked about my.
I appreciate that.
How was it compared to what you imagined it was going to
Yo, what'd you think?
I thought it was definitely different. I was expecting her to dress appropriately.
No, I never
You know?
do that. I'm a liar.
Okay.
I'm
well,
Nigerian.
that will be considered in the future.
No! You're not gonna do another interview with me if I ask you to?
Well, I don't know. We'll see.
All right, that's fine. At least I got you once.
Yep, at least you got me one.
That's it. I'm happy with that. Why are you running away?
I'm not running away.
You know I can't even walk with these titties. I can't even walk. These titties are taking me off balance. Do you want to hold my hand, Shaman?
You're okay. You'll be all right.
Yeah, this is what I wore when I was arrested.
What?
I got arrested in this costume.
Oh, really? Oh,
I did.
my gosh.
I got arrested. I spent the night in jail.
And how did that go?
Oh my God, I had my period. And I met some really cool ladies. They said they found, so my friend, right? So she makes these costumes and they did like a Christ thing where they were like Christ was a crackhead or you're selling drugs. So they put like powder in these little packets. It wasn't real, it was fake. So then the cops lied and they said it was meth. They found a gram of meth on me.
Wow.
And then I spent the night in jail. They lied on me. And I was like, what the f? And people were screaming, she doesn't even drink. She doesn't even smoke weed. And they lied. So I get it.
Did you get a felony charge?
No, it was a misdemeanor got dropped.
Oh.
They said they decriminalized drugs now.
Well, it's all depending on the place, you're right.
Yeah, they said it was a gram of meth and it wasn't anything. It was just like sugar. It was bullshit. And it was during my Vice, when I was filming for Vice. So that was interesting. All right. We got some insight into you. Are you gonna do any more interviews? Or are you done for the day, Shaman?
It really all depends.
Are you enjoying all the attention you're getting?
I'd rather not have to get it in the first place. I'd rather the world just be a better place. But you got to be the change you want to see in the world, and nobody else is saying what needs to be said or doing what needs to be done.
Did you get the right tan? Did you get the right
I hope so.
Let me
think
see
so.
how's your complexion. Are you brown enough now?
I don't know.
Oh.
But I needed to get some sun. I kind of don't really get much sun in winter as it is. It's cold out.
You don't go outside a lot?
No, I'm just saying like in winter, I'm usually clothed because it's cold.
Oh, I never wear clothes.
Clearly.
Yeah, I don't know anything about clothes in winter. I sort of dress the same in the city. I just put a coat over my bikini.
Well,
I don't believe.
for your courage, at least.
Yeah, I don't believe in clothes. I have a nice body, so it's easier.
There you go.
Yeah, you know. Do you work out at the gym?
Yes.
Which gym do you work? You don't want to tell you. Okay, you don't have to say it. Anything else? We kind of know everything about you now.
What's your favorite song?
Favorite song?
Yeah, what's your favorite song?
I don't know, man. That's an interesting question. It's hard to say, man. I can tell you my two favorite bands.
Okay, what are they?
Pink Floyd and Tool.
Oh, okay. So you're old.
Kinda, I guess, you know.
Tool is for old people. I know Tool. I remember when they first came out.
What you doing?
I want to pee.
Oh, what?
I want to pee.
Oh my gosh, there's a bathroom down here.
I don't care about the bathroom.
Well, I'm gonna get far away while you do that.
I wanted to pee. I wanted to pee and get a shaman's reaction.
Oh my goodness gracious. You said you wouldn't do things like that.
Okay, I won't.
Jacob, who's Q?
Don't know.
Has Q talked to you ever or no?
Nope.
Okay.
QAnon?
Q. The figure.
I've had no direct contact.
Okay.
And I do not know who they are. So, I've enjoyed this, you guys.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you for everything.
What's that? Oh yeah, the mic.
Thank you so much.
Of course.
It's okay, it's okay. No worries. You did that on purpose.
No, I did not.
Put your arm around me. There we go. No, around me. You don't want to touch me.
Doing the Keanu Reeves thing.
Okay. Put your tongue out like you're up there. Okay.
Papago, Camelback, South Mountain. I like the sound of South Mountain if they've got big boulders.
That's maybe some.
Yeah, it should be fine. Yeah, right.
Thank you. Can I come in your car? It was nice.